Great to have you with us. So most of us have experienced a sore head after a big night out, but what factors actually contribute to a hangover?
Okay, so, we've got to be realistic. We're coming into a long weekend in Sydney and, there's a lot of pressure on me to try to heal a hangover, but we need to remember it is partly alcohol, but it's also the late nights and the disturbed sleep, and it's also the, the altered, possibly the kebab on the way home, the altered eating patterns as well. So the new research that's come from Swinburne is actually looking at the inflammatory factors that are sort of secondary causes, as well as the alcohol or the ethanol that you're taking in, when you're drinking, but it's the next step down, what's actually happening there the next day, and particularly focusing on the inflammatory factors.
Okay, and water is not necessarily the cure.
Okay, so this is, as a nutritionist, I've got to be really careful with this one because the study said don't just drink water, and I agree with that to a point. But we do, doesn't mean you don't need to drink the water. It was just saying it's not the best remedy. And what we need to be focusing on is actually taking in a little bit of carbohydrates and also some salt as well. So in things like coconut water, berries, as in like to have a few carbohydrates too. So it will actually enhance the amount rather than just chugging plain water.
What about food? You talk about the kebab or the caravan of courage, we used to call it, on the way home because you never knew what you're really getting. What sort of food is good?
Okay, so realistically, the best plan is to actually shop ahead. So hopefully Friday, before you actually go out, grab stuff so you've got stuff for the morning. But things like avocado, so avocado on sourdough toast or something like with some salt and that kind of thing will actually will actually make you thirstier, which will then actually get you to drink more and get over it. So, it's just getting back on track is one of the most important things.
Okay, so fermented foods and
like leftover pizza.
Maybe not that fermented, but